Alright, so I've touched on this a little bit before, but I want to actually let me zoom in this fucking picture for you. Um, I've touched on this situation before, but I want to actually go into detail a little bit again. Now, this is another free-to-play shooter. It is pretty much like I would argue that it's probably pay to win as fuck. I think in this game, from what I've been told and what I understand, the game is very pay to win. And I don't obviously play the game enough to understand what it is. The game is Crossfire. For anybody who wants to know, the game is Crossfire. Now they posted this on their Facebook, and they are obviously saying pre-order this gun and get it for almost half price. Fantastic. I don't, like I said, I don't play the game regular. I don't spend money in the game, but my opinion, and from what I've seen in the comments a lot of the time, is that a lot of this stuff is pretty pay to win. But anyway, moving on to the cosmetic aspect. A lot of talk has been made, and a lot of conversation always comes around the fact that if Vertigo don't release these strong, cool looking guns, then they can't make enough money to keep developing the game, to keep improving the game, to keep making the game better, type of situation. Now, I do agree that they do need to have a good way of making money. The problem is, I think they are missing the mark. And the reason why I think this is because, well, for two reasons actually. One reason is they are just adding old guns back into the game. Now you may say, well, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? You know, there are lots of old guns that I really like. There are guns that I really like the look of, whatever they may be. Yes, I agree. There are lots of guns that are quite nice. But a lot of those guns are dated, and a lot of those guns don't have the beautiful, like, more modernized, higher resolution textures on them. And a lot of them don't have cool effects. And the reason why I'm using this particular image as an example is because if a gun was released in Blackshot, even if the gun was balanced, for me personally, even if a gun like this was released in Blackshot and it had similar statistics to other standard gold guns, I would buy a gun like this. I would pay $10 for this gun easily. I would probably even pay $20 for this gun. And some people might say, you're paying that for a fucking skin? Yes. For me personally, I'd have no problem doing that. The only reason I end up pulling most of the time on the gem boxes in Blackshot is because I want a gun that looks cool. I have OP guns in my inventory. I don't use them very often. I don't know about you guys, but I like my weapons to look awesome. Now, of course, some people might argue that, they want to try their best to keep the game looking as realistic as possible. But come on, Blackshot realistic, really? I think we're past that point now. And when I see other free-to-play FPS companies releasing weapons that look as amazing as this weapon, in my opinion, even the pistol looks fucking awesome. When I see companies release weapons like this, I'm like, God damn, I wish I played that game. Because I would buy that weapon. And I feel like if Blackshot took a look at these other successful... This game is successful. Crossfire is, from my understanding, it is in the top 10 earning games year on year. The gameplay isn't special. It's a free-to-play FPS shooter. It's like other free-to-play FPS shooters. But it is so damn successful because they put so much time into releasing content like this that then generates revenue. What happens when you generate revenue? You can then pour some of that money back into the game to improve the game, to do new game modes, to do new characters and design things and improve and maybe use a more modern engine and different things like this. But unfortunately, people have seen all of these weapons that you are putting back into the game. People have seen these weapons before. It's nothing new. It's nothing exciting. Oh, they added this gun back in. Cool. Oh, they added that gun in. Cool. This is the issue. Sure, I think the P90 Legion looks awesome. Sure, I think the KSG looks pretty awesome. Am I super hyped, super excited to go and buy those things instantly? No, because they're not new. They're not new skins, they're not new designs, they're not detailed, beautiful pieces of art like these guns are. And that is a huge fucking problem. Honestly, if you want to make money, you have to make things appealing. And the way that you used to do it is by making these weapons OP. But if you want to make them appealing and you want to make them, um, sell to people like me, you need to try and make them beautiful, not OP. I don't care about them being OP. I want them to be pieces of art. I want to look like a badass. I want to look super cool. I just honestly wish that they would put more time into this sort of stuff rather than just fucking everything over.